dieses Stück ist eins meiner Stücke, die ohne bestimmte Interpreten, in diesem Fall Irene Russo, nicht denkbar wären. Das ist tatsächlich mit ihrer Person verbunden und auch mit etwas, wo wir gestern sehr scherzhaft darüber gesprochen haben, nämlich mit etwas, was ich eine ganz subversive Kraft nenne bei ihr. Sie hat etwas, wenn sie Klavier spielt, und zwar sowohl klassische Sachen als auch solche Sachen, eine unglaubliche, ganz spezielle Energie. Ich habe sie kennengelernt auf der Bühne des Herkulessaals, habe sie davor nicht gekannt. Sie hat weiß gar nicht mehr wann es war, vor 2 Jahren, hat sie den Spezialpreis bekommen für die beste Interpretation meines Stückes, was Pflichtstück war beim ARD-Wettbewerb. Und das hat sie im Preisträgerkonzert gespielt. Ich hatte keine Gelegenheit, den Wettbewerb mitzuverfolgen und habe sie insofern erst in diesem Konzert gehört. Und sie hat unglaublich diese Toccata gespielt und wir haben uns auf der Bühne kennengelernt. Und da wusste ich, ich muss und möchte unbedingt ein Stück für sie schreiben. Deshalb freue ich mich jetzt sehr, dass wir hier sitzen und das Stück ist tatsächlich fertig.
It was for me a very interesting approach to a new way of writing and to considering the piano and actually experimenting a new way of producing sound, which is also very important in this Hallstudie. So it's not only the keyboard as in its traditional way of playing and producing sound, but it's all the piano can produce sounds like strings, like metallic bars, and in this piece actually I'm using knives, scissors, plectrons, so it's not only fingers, and it's very interesting because it's kind of transition piece, so it's like a 360-degree visions of all the instrument, and actually I'm also moving around the piano, and which means that's also the different visual approach from the public side, and that for me was really interesting. In a way, this piece, it's, for me, and I think also to Jörg, it's quite traditional, but in a way. It's breaking with the tradition, but it's traditional itself. Because if you see it, so it has a kind of development on, based on this A minor chord, which is, I think, one of the big climax of this piece. So it's action like we have based on accents and percussive. So it's not really a prepared piano. I'm using...
That's right.
Yeah,
That's
it's
right.
not a prepared piano. I'm using the piano in its normal way, normal shape, but I'm producing different sounds. It's not the piano itself it's producing, and I'm producing. So it's really an interaction between me and the piano.
Some of the sounds which are used, I don't know from any other piano piece. Therefore, I cannot say, well, I use this sign, I use this. Therefore, which was a problem at the beginning because I was quite late with finishing this piece, I write everything in German here, and there are some really strange things like direkt nach Anschlagen des Akkords wie vor der Tarantel gestochen aufspringen und das Feuer zu löschen versuchen, dann schnellstmögliches Abdämpfen der verschiedenen beteiligten Seitenbereiche hintereinander. How would you translate that into Italian in one day? You know?
I asked someone to translate it for me, actually. At the beginning, it was, for me, a little, I mean, this first page was like, okay, what is this?
Let's have fun.
Let's have a look. You see the piano, beautiful picture, with this very important position 1, position 2. It's the first position where I'm going to be when the piece starts. And then I have to play inside the piano. So these are all the alls in the piano and the metallic bars. And it's more the first part rhythmical, like percussive. And it's based mainly on accents. Then there is a connection, of course. Then I come here, and then I continue to use this part, but I also have to use all this with knives, and here with the plectrons, or the strings. And then, of course, it took me some time to realize what was the real meaning of Jörg. But then working together and start building the piece together was very easy, and for me it's very easy to work with him. And it's more the intention, it's not really what's written every measure, but it's just the main big line and the main ideas. It goes through all the piece, which is also, I think, the most important thing.
The language of this piece is quite extreme, but on the other hand, the formal structure, or for example, things like upbeats and downbeats, are quite, we talked yesterday about Alban Berg idea. Of course, it's different in a Schubert symphony if there's an upbeat, but the idea of breathing and going to some point, that's an idea which is here throughout the whole piece.
Yeah, to the whole piece, absolutely. It's phrasing very much, actually. Yeah, it's a very musical piece.
Physical and
but it sings. Even in the, I find it very musical, because even in the percussive place, which is the first part, which you have a lot of accents on upbeat, on the beat, also. But there is a phrase, there is a line, and then it's very important to keep these lines through all the piece.